Welcome everyone to a new vlog. I'm taking you through the streets of Mumbai going to the city of Chennai. I'm right now going to the Mumbai airport and from there we'll take a flight to the chess capital of India. And why am I going there? Well, hang in there to find out. At the Mumbai airport there was unusual security, but nothing unusual happened there except for the fact that I met my very good friend from chess.com, Rakesh Kulkarni. We both went together, and at the Chennai airport was Abhyudaya from the team there, and then we took Uber back to the guest house, and next day morning, here we were, the main day on 9th of July, we were at the Chola guest house here in Chennai. Now this guest house is where we were hosted for the night, and on the 9th of July we were there for the inauguration of the Chola chess program. Now what is the Chola chess program? It's an insane program. It's a wonderful one for Indian chess, and that's why I was quite excited. And here I was having my breakfast along with Rakesh Bhai. Of course, when in Chennai, do as the Chennaiites do, eating dosa there. And this guest house was very beautiful. This is the room in which we spent the night, and very nice space. And then we left in the morning to the venue of Chola chess. And I was holding my laptop because a video was uploading. Through the city of Chennai, we were on our way. It was 10 in the morning, and a long day was ahead of us with some very, very exciting games that were going to take place. And there we were, in the premises of the Chola chess on the 4th floor of this building. They have rented an entire floor almost for this initiative. And as we entered the elevator, formal launch of Chola chess, a CSR initiative with Chess Gurukul. And look at this, so beautifully done. And when you enter inside, there was nice rangoli done there, and at the entrance is this beautiful painting by Akhil, son of Vishy and Anand. And there was Grandmaster RB Ramesh. It is his brainchild, this entire program, and Naren from the Chola company there. And Ramesh gave us a small tour of what this was. So this is the first room that we see. It's called the Humpy room, and there's another room here which is the Kasparov room. That's Mr. Bhaskar there, and he was the one in charge of the DGT board for the event. The Mikhail Tal room was here, and every room has the capability to hold few players. And now the biggest room, of course, is the Vishy Anand room. And what are all these rooms for? Well, they are for training camps that will happen in the premises. And guess what? These training camps will be absolutely free of cost. And then we were taken to the place where we were going to do the live show, the commentary, and we had some great setup there. In fact, at some point I thought, well, this premises could host a super tournament, and well, my OBS skills were on the fore there, and we were mic'd up. We did a lot of testing there just to ensure that when the main event began, we had everything properly set up. And then we went for lunch, and we went to the home of Ramesh and Aarthie, and it's called the Anandam. And it's just Ramesh and Aarthie have just shifted The house is in a beautiful environment and is super well done in the way of Japanese style a little bit. And I met Praggnanandhaa and we had this joke with each other that how come you're not playing a tournament right now? Because with the amount of tournaments that Prag is playing, it's very very rare to see him at home. He's playing one event after another. And then we had Grandmaster RB Ramesh with his magic tricks. It was very interesting to see how professionally he was trying to do these tricks. Well, it's the ace of hearts that we have here. There's Grandmaster Adiban, Karthikeyan, all of them very curious to what Ramesh was going to do.
Your hand. Okay. It's very something. It's not there only. Is it? Yeah. That's the one. Wow. Just the smell.
And then we had the founders of Chola group. We had Mr. Vilayan Subaya there, Kanika ji who was there, and they arrived for the lunch at the home of Ramesh and Aarthie. Aarthie had made some amazing food for everyone and sumptuous South Indian food with rice and vegetables, and it was so nice to see everyone just hanging out with each other. And there you see the Dronacharya award that was won by Ramesh in 2023, as well as the Chief Minister's award there. This is one thing that Ramesh has managed to build over the years with his students, that they are not just his students but very much like family, and that bond has somehow continued over the years. You can see Praggnanandhaa there, Pranesh, Karthikeyan, Kunal, all of them. And then after the lunch, we went back to the Chola chess building. And as Mr. Vilayan came there, he looked at all the things that were set up. He is the man behind the Cholamandalam company, and it was his and his wife's vision to set this up, the entire Chola chess program, through their CSR funds.
It is exhibition. Yeah. I can trash talk in between. You can actually. I'll be that.
There you see Aravindh Chithambaram there with Grandmaster Kidambi, and Prag's father also enters the premises. And there you see Prag meeting the young Advik Agarwal. Prag always has this look of someone who's so inquisitive and has so many questions. And even after such intense tournaments, he looked pretty relaxed. He was going to play Aravindh in an exhibition match. And there you see Adiban.
Yeah, I can understand from the question. It's probably really open. Yeah. But see, did you know this? Very tough question. Very tough.
And then all the players came inside the commentary area as everyone waited for the chief guest of the evening to arrive. First we had Mr. Venkatramaraja, former president of AICF, the founder of Ramco, and also someone who supported chess very very deeply for many years. And then we had the legend, the 5-time world champion Vishy Anand, who arrived, and he was welcomed in a very beautiful way. And of course Vishy and Aruna coming there just showed how committed they are to every single positive program that happens in Indian chess. And of course it was a proud moment for Vishy to have Vishy and Aruna to have their sons painting right at the entrance of the premises. And Vishy then went into different rooms, the Humpy room there, and then the Kasparov room. Every single month there will be trainings for different levels that will happen in different rooms by Grandmaster trainers, and that is absolutely brilliant. And finally Vishy entered the Vishy Anand arena, and it was such a nice moment there that the biggest room in the premises had the Anand room, named after the legend who was standing there and looking at what was built. As Mr. Velayan also heard Vishy and asked him about the quote that was there, and Kanikaji was also telling Vishy about all the ideas behind the Chola chess program, and Vishy then meeting all the Grandmasters there was quite surprised with Arvind's new hairstyle. And there we had Venkatramaraja meeting everyone. And, well, actually Arvind had just visited his something that is traditional for his family and had shaved off his head. And then Prag met Vishy, and everyone surprised that Prag was in Chennai for a few days because he is flying out to Las Vegas. And I also was very happy to meet Anand there.
Thank you for coming this afternoon for the inauguration of Chola Chess. Dignitaries, Mr. M.V. Subbaya, Mr. Vishy Anand, Mr. Velayan, Kanika, Karthik, Mr. Venkatramana, Grandmasters, Praggnanandhaa, Aravindh, Ramesh, Karthik, Murali, and the Chess Gurukul team. And of course, all of this would not have been possible without Mr. Ramesh, Aarthie and Aarthie, the entire Chess Gurukul team behind Ramesh.
And I and Rakesh did the commentary for this event because there were going to be exhibition matches that were going to be played. But let's hear Ramesh.
So I remember when I was a young kid, I was keenly into playing cricket like everyone else, and I had a head injury, and I was looking for a safer alternative. And that's when Vishy Anand also became Grandmaster. And it's great. And I told my father I want to be like him, and that's how I came to chess.
And then we had the little boy Advik, who actually launched the Chola Chess website. If you want to go and visit it, it is on cholachess.com. I'll be showing it at the end of this video. We then had the exhibition match beginning there between Mr. Velayan and Mr. Venkatramaraja. It was very cool to see both of them in action. They played a rapid game of 10 minutes plus 5 seconds increment, while Karthikeyan took on Pranesh. Also a very, very intense encounter. They played 2 blitz games of 3 minutes plus 2 seconds increment, and in the end it was Pranesh who triumphed after the first game ended in a draw and the second one won by Pranesh. While in this exhibition encounter we had Venkatramaraja who managed to come out on top. We had this commentary that was being done, and Vishy was watching it along with Prag, Adiban and all of them. And then eventually we also invited Vishy to join us in the commentary box, and that was wonderful as Anand gave us some great insights into the moves that were being played. And always wonderful to hear Vishy talk about chess. And there you can see final moments where Karthikeyan resigned, and then came the big encounter, the exhibition match. And there you see Venkatramaraja. Actually both of them played so well, and they were both happy with, I think, how they played. Even Vishy was surprised that they managed to play so well. And then we have Prag and Aravindh making their way into the premises there, into the playing venue, as they faced off against each other. 2 games of 3+2 and B4 played there by Prag, b6, bishop b2. Let us know in the comments if you want to see the full games. We will then publish it on ChessBase India. And it was so intense, both the games. Everyone enjoyed watching it along with the commentary of Vishy. And in the end, it so happened that Pragg managed to win the first game, and then they moved on to the second one where Aravindh was in a must-win. And Aravindh also played a very weird opening, but got a chance actually there, but he couldn't take it in the opening, and Pragg managed to win in time pressure. Both of them had nice smiles on their face, and we're talking about this very beautiful move, knight d1.
This is a inauguration I'm genuinely happy to be at. It's a great occasion for chess. Pro tip, if your opponent forgets to press his clock, you should pretend to think and let the clock run down. That's Blitz 101. So I'm sure all of them would have done it. I think a great resource for chess. It will. We'll see the results very soon, and I wish the center all the best.
Perspective, like you said, we've been doing a lot of sports. We also have been working with chess for a bit, but I'd say a lot of it is, like I mentioned earlier, Venki and some of the others have already been in the city, been promoting the sport, which is what has helped. I think Venki and Vishy and all of that have been promoting the sport so much, which is what has brought the sport to this level. Especially in India. So I think each one of us have to do our part, right? Honestly, there is a personal aspect to it also. I did play chess as a kid. Really not very well, as you could see from today. But I think that so just to kind of see how this is booming in the country and just the level of support that's needed, right? I think kind of in the West, you have where the countries are much richer. Then even kind of there's a lot more sponsorship that's available, and people can kind of go out and get grandmasters to come and train. But in India, grandmasters to come and train is obviously quite expensive. So you have to think of how you provide that to everybody who has the capability to compete. And that's really what we want to do, right? Create a platform where everybody who has the capability to compete should not be limited because they didn't have the funds, which is often the case in India, right? And so anything we can do to help that process and get these people to get kind of real champions, coming from anywhere, by the way, coming from villages or coming from this thing. And actually quite a few of the people who have come in have been from villages and very small towns. So anything we can do to basically help that, I think is really what we want to do.
The media gathering then ended, and we had the final group picture there of all the important personalities present. And it was a beautiful launch of the Chola chess program. The media had a good time interacting with Pragg, with Vishy, with Aravindh, with all these top players. And then Akhil was here, Vishy's and Aruna's son, who made this beautiful painting. And yeah, we had a very nice time discussing about various things. And then there was some food that was also on offer for everyone. Coffee, filter coffee in Chennai, which is very famous. Biscuits, and all chess themed actually here, with some chess pieces there. And you had doklas on the chess board. And you had these appams, maybe very interesting thing. The sweets were made, and some sandwiches, and there was also a chart station. So everyone had nice food, and they left after that. Welcome everyone, we are here at a very special place in Chennai. As you can see, the name is Chola Chess, and it's a place dedicated entirely to chess and chess training. I want to show you how beautifully it is made. So let's go inside. As you enter into this premises, something very nice is seen here. You can see paintings being made here, and these paintings are made by a very, very well-known little boy. Can you guess who he is? Yes, he's none other than Sai Akhil Anand. He is the son of Vishy and Aruna Anand. So very nicely made painting welcomes you. There's a space here which is like a reception, and there are different cameras here. There is a library which will be built up here with books and so on. And now there are different rooms. You can see here the first room that meets us is the Humpy room. And the Humpy room here has training which is happening. Chess is a game of infinite possibilities, and that's what makes it so fascinating. A quote by Humpy. And here is one training room. There'll be around 15-16 kids. That's happening. We have a lot of commotion going on. Here we have the Kasparov room. And in the Kasparov room, it's a bigger one. It's very nice. There's also a picture of Kasparov with a quote. I used to attack because it was the only thing I knew. Now I know attack because I know it works. And you will see that there's a television here. There are tables, chairs for kids. There's air conditioning. And then we move to the next room. It's the Mikhail Tal room. And the Mikhail Tal room is like a deep dark forest. And when you open it, you must take your opponent into a deep dark forest where 2 + 2 = 5, and the path leading out is only wide enough for one. Look at this space. Another room for training. And then finally, we go here into the Judith Polgar room. Here it is a room by Judith Polgar, and here is a beautiful quote by her. In chess, the most unbelievable thing for me is that it's a game for everybody. Rich, poor, girl, boy, old, young. It's a language which you will find people speak in every country. So it's the Judith Polgar room. There's also a washroom here for the boys, and there's also a washroom for the girls there. And now the biggest room, of course, it's none other than Vishy Anand room. And this room is being dismantled right now, but it looks so pretty with the entire tournament that today the exhibition matches which were held were all placed here. And here we have a quote by Anand: once you shut out the clamor of the result and simply persevere, success is bound to be yours, says Vishy Anand. And you will see that we have all these different rooms which have been created here with the singular idea of creating training for players of various levels, from 1400 to 1600, 1600 to 1800, 1800 to 2000, 2000 to 2200, 2200 to a GM level, and then GM and beyond. And from here, as you move on the other side of this is also a space. It's close to like 4,500 square feet of area dedicated to chess. So this will be like the parent area where the parents who bring their kids can sit here. This is where there will be admin rooms created. Right now they are all dismantling the food and stuff. On that side will be the food that will be put up, the canteen for the kids. And then the kids can sit here and eat. We have some beautiful pictures here. We can see Arjun Erigaisi here, a 14-year-old Magnus versus Kasparov. India, the birthplace of chess. Magnus is sport. If you want to be part of that 1%, you have to do what 99% don't. Gukesh is here, the world champion. 8-year-old Reshevsky giving a simultaneous display. So very thoughtfully picked up some pictures, and then a very inspiring photo here of India being the Olympiad winners. The 10 gems of Indian chess are here from the Olympiad that happened in Budapest. This entire space is dedicated to chess learning, to chess improvement, and I can't believe that someone has built something so beautiful. It's all getting a little bit dismantled and all right now, but imagine when things will be all put up well, this will be one of the best looking chess academies out there. This, dear friends, is the cholachess.com website. You can see it's written preparing India's Grandmasters with Group A 1400 to 1600, Group B 1600 to 1800, Group C, Group D, Group E. And there's also a GM group. They've already conducted several camps, and in the last 6 months. There were pilot camps, and you can see there's also registration there. I'll go to that tab soon. Here you can see all the different coaches: Ramesh, Ganguly, Kidambi, Devashish, Swapnil, Tej, Satya, Aarthie, and so on. And then you have some great players there who have attended these camps and who will continue to do so. There are some success stories. And what you can do is you can go to this website and register for one of the camps if you qualify based on your rating, and then fill up these forms, and they will go through them and select the appropriate ones and respond back to them and invite them for the free Grandmaster training camps.